Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stony Brook University. My name is Laura Lindenfeld, and I am Dean of Stony Brook's School of Journalism and Executive Director of the Alan Alda Center for Communicating Science. On behalf of our entire School of Journalism family, I want to thank you for joining us. I hope that you and your loved ones are safe and healthy at this very challenging time. Students like you who are exploring colleges are in a very challenging situation, and at Stony Brook and the School of Journalism, we are doing what we can to show you what life as a sea wolf is like. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. It's really good training for being a journalism major, I promise. I look forward to meeting you in person, as I know all the faculty and staff in our school do, and especially to seeing you on campus in the future.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica Karp and I coordinate recruitment and outreach at Stony Brook University School of Journalism. I want to welcome you today to our video presentation. I hope you enjoy it. I'll be talking a little bit about some of the opportunities that you'll have here at Stony Brook as a journalism major.
Since 2006, Stony Brook University School of Journalism has been training the next generation of journalists and media professionals. Our graduates are career ready. 70% of our graduates are working for news organizations or in related communications fields. And they work everywhere. They work for places like the New York Times, AP, Wall Street Journal, Reuters, and the Los Angeles Times. They work in broadcast news for organizations such as ABC, CBS, NBC. They work in radio for NPR. They work for online news outlets such as The Verge, and they also work for some really exciting news organizations like Vice and BuzzFeed. And they work everywhere, like I said. So you can see the sampling of all the different places that our alums have worked since we were founded. And there's such a variety of news outlets, everywhere from your weekly news outlet to your really large newspaper that is published daily. So there's a lot of different places that our alums have gone off to work. You can see that they are across the country and the world, actually. So Patrick is at CBS News in London. We have Jenny Zhao, who's at the Center for Public Integrity in Washington, D.C. And you can see here Will James, who works for an NPR affiliate station in Seattle, Washington. I love this slide. Nikita Ramos, who you can see on the left, she is part of our class of 2017. She posted this throwback a few weeks ago, and I thought it was really great. You can see on the bottom photo, that's her hosting Stony Brook News Break, which is one of our news shows that we produce in our broadcast classes. And then on the top, you can see her anchoring News 12. So that was really exciting to see. On the right, you can see Basil John, who's part of our class of 2016. The bottom photo shows him anchoring Stony Brook Sports Update. And on the top, that's him live on air, him anchoring and reporting on a story down in Washington, D.C. And many of our alums go off to other careers outside of journalism. So they take the skills that they learned here as journalism majors and apply them to related fields. So you can see Scott Moore works for World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. He is a YouTube content manager. In the middle, you can see Leah Winfield, who is an assistant district attorney for Nassau County. So Leah went off to law school, which is a really popular choice for many of our alums. And Mike Danello works for Major League Baseball as our digital initiatives coordinator. As an undergrad, Mike had an interest in sports journalism. He was an editor for one of our campus media outlets, The Statesman, where he worked as their sports editor. And he's been at the MLB for a while. He's a big baseball fan, and he's been really happy there. We really value learning by doing, inside and outside the classroom. And to make this possible, that learning by doing, both inside and outside the classroom, we have an outstanding faculty. This is a photograph of Professor Barbara Selvin, who's also our internship coordinator. This is her, actually, a photo of her crossing a river when she chaperoned our students to Kenya on one of our Journalism Without Walls trips, which I will talk about in a little bit. Our faculty are wonderful. They really have an open door policy. They want to get to know our students, and I really encourage you to get to know them. They're all current or former journalists, so they really understand the business and are here to help you. Our students work in the classroom on our Stony Brook News, which is our weekly news show that we produce, and you'll see a little teaser of it in a little bit. They also have the Osprey, which is produced through Professor Pablo Calvi's class, which is really a Long Island news outlet. Our students work out of our newsroom, but they are off-campus reporting. And as many of you know, our students were sent home with everything that's going on in an effort to practice social distancing the best that we can. And that really left our students scattered. They were no longer just covering Long Island. They were covering their homes and their communities. So we have stories posted on the Osprey right now, all the way from Washington State to Cincinnati, Ohio, to Rochester, and still here on Long Island. We have a unique partnership with WSHU Public Radio. It's an NPR affiliate station, and you'll hear Stony Brook students on the air. And that's because their news bureau is located right on our campus. So it is located in the School of Journalism wing of the Melville Library, which is on the 4th floor of the library. If you've visited us before, you'll know you're in the right place when you start seeing red doors and photographs lining the walls. It's a really just fun place to come and visit and look at. So I encourage you, when you're on campus in the future, to do so. And you'll also see WSHU's news bureau there. And we have students working there in paid year-long supervisory positions. And then they also work there each semester for credit in internships. So it's just a great opportunity. I love when I'm driving into work, turning on my radio and hearing our students live on air. So Journalism Without Walls. I'm sure that many of you have an interest in study abroad. So we work closely with Stony Brook University Study Abroad Office on our Journalism Without Walls trips, where we send students on overseas reporting trips, and they've been everywhere. This photo is from when our students went to Cuba for the 3rd time, I believe. I'm sure we'll be back. And we've also been to China and Kenya and Turkey and Russia. They've been to South Korea. They've reported from the rainforest in Ecuador. I'm probably missing a few places that they've been, but they've been everywhere. And this is an excellent opportunity if you're interested in international reporting, and also to make this accessible to our students. There are scholarship opportunities available for students so they can go and pursue a Journalism Without Walls trip. Again, getting our students off campus, going to report on our communities on Long Island. We have some experiential learning opportunities. So this photograph is from when our students were embedded in the Long Island Pine Barrens. They spent last summer working from the Pine Barrens and putting together stories about the Pine Barrens and the importance of it for our local environment here on Long Island. They did really everything. They shot videos, they recorded audio, they were interviewing and reporting, and they teamed up with WSHU to publish their stories. And the next video is a little sneak peek of some of the work that they produced. You can see some of the footage in it is from using a drone in this photograph. The students actually hired someone to operate a drone. So take a look.
Where would New York State with the greatest concentration of rare and endangered plant and animals be? You might naturally think of, again, the Adirondacks because it's so wild and so much land. You might think the Catskills. You might think some other part of the state. It's the Long Island Pine Barrens. We are filled with just wondrous magic all around us that so enhances our lives, or can, if we, again, open ourselves to it. If we allow us that window, we open that window to the natural world. And in a way, I think that that is as important as the more pragmatic values that nature provides in terms of all the goods and services that, again, the fisheries and the fields and, all the soils that provide all the food for us and all that. I think as important as that is just the magic that can sustain us and make life worthwhile.
Our students also produce live shows. So one of my favorites is Roth Regatta Live. Roth Regatta is an annual campus tradition, my favorite campus tradition, by the way, where different student groups on campus build boats out of cardboard and duct tape and race them across Roth Pond. This event typically occurs in the spring, and it's just a lot of fun. So many people come out for it, and our journalism students do a live show that we stream on our social media platforms. And they do sideline reporting and interviews. We even have a camera going across the pond, like hanging above the pond, so you can see the boats racing from above. It's just a lot of fun. And we really encourage you, even if you're a new student, even if this is your second semester at Stony Brook, get involved with these live shows. It's student run, and we need student volunteers to help with these. And it's just a great experience and something else that'll help you as you prepare to apply for internships and whatnot. And the person behind Roth Regatta Live is our tech guru, our production supervisor, Phil Thier. And Phil's actually gonna take you on a little tour of our TV studio and our newsroom. So take a look at this video.
In the School of Journalism newsroom, you'll have 24/7 access to all the multimedia tools you need to report your story. From fast internet, website creation tools, and the Adobe suite of software. This space is for the exclusive use of our journalism majors and minors. In addition, you'll get expertise instruction for professors with extensive journalism experience. We also have a state-of-the-art TV studio and control room for you to produce your newscasts. You will learn to make your news broadcast using the same tools the pros use, such as Ross Carbonite and Expression for graphics. We also have equipment for doing live reports from the field.
We're going live to Caitlin McDuffie, who's at Stony Brook Hospital. Katie?
Thanks, Alex. The coronavirus is now an international concern, which isn't good news for those who decide to study abroad this semester, especially in places that hit the coronavirus hard, like Italy.
Our newest addition is our podcast studio, where students can learn to produce and distribute great news podcasts. We hope you enjoyed this brief look at what awaits you for when you come to Stony Brook. Please reach out to us anytime if you'd like more information on what you saw.
Phil has also found innovative ways for our students to broadcast live and do live shots out in the field. He created something with some friends at Padcaster that we've called Backpack to Broadcast, where our students can go out and do live shots with enough equipment that fits inside a backpack. So take a look at this behind the scenes of our students on election night at the last election night show that we did during the midterms in 2018.
Guys, quiet in the studio. Quiet in the studio, guys. My name is Rachel Eiler. I'm a junior journalism major at Stony Brook University, and I am one of the producers and anchors of our live election broadcast here tonight. You know, tonight we're going to be using the Padcasters, obviously, and going remote from different places, which is something that we weren't able to do in the 2016 election.
We're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. It's the SBU School of Journalism.
Stand by, not yet. Just give a few more minutes. So hopefully a full immersive experience of what it's like to do news coverage during a live event where you don't know what's going to happen next. So those feeds are going to come in via Padcaster and Skype. We'll have one at the Democratic side, one at the Republican side. Do I have my Padcaster teams here? Who's going to go out to Gershon? All right, Gershon's crew is leaving.
The room, it's going to be exciting, but people are going to be anxious. That's going to be a common emotion.
It's about 8 o'clock. We're going to be going live soon. Let's see how it goes.
All right, help them out with audio. Make sure they're good with audio. Make sure we're good here. Ready to go? Can I have open, please?
So when you point to me, I'll go? Yeah. Sounds good to me.
at the Republican Committee headquarters. Nick?
Q.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm coming to you from what has been billed as more than just a watch party, but rather a victory party. The music is loud and the drinks are flowing.
Thank you, Rachel. Right now I'm with the Suffolk County Democratic Committee in Hoppa. I'm able to use an earpiece and a microphone, and it's all in this backpack. It was so easy to bring. We were actually making jokes about it because NBC, they had a whole truck. They needed a whole truck, and all we needed was a backpack.
Podcasters working great. It's so easy. Like, we really don't have to do anything. We just have to frame them up and then make sure the interviewee and the interviewer does their job right.
I'm here with a local Zeldin supporter, my friend Patrick.
Zeldin, what the president did, he didn't vote for the tax bill because the tax bill did hurt some people around here.
I think it's going to be a big Zeldin victory.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Nick. We'll be checking in.
All right, you're clear. You're clear.
Like Phil said, it's a backpack to broadcast, so it's so easy to just like set it up and then boom, go from Skype, and then we're live on Facebook.
Okay, so we set up the tripod first, and then we put on the iPad, the Podcaster.
We came here and set up probably in 10 minutes, and we're not kind of grounded to any sort of malt box or anything we have to plug into. We just throw the iPad up on the tripod and we're ready to go.
We are the ones that are going to be producing, anchoring, field reporting when the next presidential election comes out. And this is a pivotal moment.
Yep, you're done.
And
You're great. You did great.
Yay,
we did it, guys! Yay!
Woo! Yes! We're out. Credits.
I thought everything ran really smoothly.
The earpiece, everything was good. The feed was good. It just made everything a lot easier, just more feasible, I think. And I guess that's the bottom line. It was a good night. Hopefully it's the first of many good nights for you guys and for me.
We also have some exciting guests come to campus to talk to our students. You may recognize some of the faces on this slide from Christiane Amanpour, a famous international correspondent, to Gretchen Carlson from Fox, formerly of Fox News. You'll see the late David Carr on the left, who worked for the New York Times. The top two photos feature on the left Joel Weber, who's the editor of Bloomberg Business Week, and on the right we have Rukmini Kalamaki, who is a foreign correspondent for the New York Times, but she specifically covers ISIS for the Times, and she delivered a tremendous lecture a few years back. We really encourage our students to go and hear from these journalists, and these are also public events, so your parents are welcome to come if they're close by, or any friends that you have in the community. We also like getting our students into New York City, so it is the media capital of the world. So we send them on Professional Fridays trips about once a month, depending on student interest. They've been to so many different news organizations on these Professional Fridays trips. In this photograph, you can see they're at the New York Times. They have been to the AP, Sports Illustrated. They've been to BuzzFeed and Vice and Cosmopolitan. I've lost track of all the places that they've been, but it's a great opportunity to network, and it's a great way to see a news organization in action. We also have a reporting in New York City class. This class typically takes place over the intersession, so over the summer or winter, where our students are reporting from New York City. Internships. You've probably heard that internships are really important. They are. These are a few of the places that our students have interned. So everywhere from CNN to ABC to Vice, News 12 locally, ESPN. We really encourage our students to take advantage of internships. Professor Sullivan is constantly letting our students know about internship opportunities. So pay attention to those emails. She is also the person that clears you to receive credit for the internship. We want to make sure that you're prepared to succeed when you go for your internship. And she'll be the one to help you prepare your resume, to prepare for the interview. So once again, get to know your professors. Here's a few students and some of the internships that they've completed. So Brianne Letta was the Dow Jones News Fund intern last summer. Felicia Lalomia was a New York Women in Communications Hearst Scholarship and intern. And Rebecca Leibson is currently serving as a New York Times Fellow. She's part of their inaugural fellowship program this year. She graduated about a year ago. So her first postgraduate internship/fellowship is with the New York Times, which we're really proud of her. We also have a unique partnership with the Wall Street Journal. So we have a Wall Street Journal fellowship. This was recently awarded to Rachel Eiler, who was placed at the Wall Street Journal's London Bureau. Here's a photo of Rachel at their office. So Rachel actually left for the UK right as coronavirus was beginning to grip Europe. And she was there for a few weeks, but ultimately returned back to the US as she needed to make sure that she was ready to go to Wisconsin for her next job at an NBC affiliate station. So her trip was cut short, but we're really proud of Rachel. And I encourage you, we have a Q&A with her where you can learn more about her experience and kind of her next adventure. That Q&A is posted on the School of Journalism's website, so feel free to give it a read. We really encourage our students to get involved with campus media. So we have campus media outlets such as the Stony Brook Press, the Statesman, the Stony Brook Independent. We have an on-campus radio station that has been around forever on WUSB. These are independently run student news organizations. They're not affiliated with the School of Journalism, but we have many students, majors, minors who work for them. And this is because you want clips, and it's a great way to get involved. So I'm always telling new students to get involved as much as possible. So scholarships. Many of you have applied for the Dean's Award, and we will be notifying students by April 17th if you have received a Dean's Award. We also have scholarships for our current students. So once you're a student here, each spring our scholarship applications go live, and we really encourage our students to apply for these scholarships. Awards range from $500 to $2,500. There are a variety of awards. So if you excel in broadcast journalism, there is a scholarship you can apply for. If you excel in long-form narrative journalism, there is a scholarship you can apply for. So you can learn more about these on our website, and just remember to apply. So how you can learn more about the School of Journalism. You can visit us online at stonybrook.edu/journalism. You can give us a call or email us. Right now, the best way to get in contact with us is through email, so journalism@stonybrook.edu. You can also like the School of Journalism on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at SBU Journalism. I want to thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you on campus in the future. Be well, be safe, and please don't hesitate to reach out with any